뭔가 요리 해먹고 싶을 때 해먹고. 저는 그 라면보다
정말 열심히 준비했고 아니다 좀만 더 있다 얘기해. 일단 3D부터 좀 들어봅시다.
최초 이제 선만두를
Let's go.
한참 장발로 이렇게 있더만 저번에는 중학생 꾸기가 왔는데 이건 머리를 또 잘랐네.
네. 아 근데 약간
과하게 한상 차려봤습니다. 안주 들어와 주세요.
전 준비됐습니다.
오늘 또 소목입니다. 아 이건 반칙인데?
오늘 이게 내야 되니까 2,600코인 찾아 한번 가봅시다. 영혼을 떠나봅시다. Let's go! 여러분 안녕하십니까? 여러분 안녕하십니까? 제가 빚을 갚기 위해서 코인 따러 왔습니다.
We will.
What I like, this is Joe's Pizza.
Let's cheers.
Cheers, man.
제가 이 일을 하면서 성장을 하는 거를 제 스스로 지켜봤고 그 다음 지금까지 약간 모든 것이 이렇게 응축된 그런 앨범이라서 너무 기대가 되는 것 같아요.
Hey, New York City! I'm Jungkook of BTS. Let's have fun! Are you feeling the rush? If so, then I think you know what's going on. Falling in love, say yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Army, please don't change. Please don't change. Please don't change.
Hello. I am here because, as you saw from the previous footage, I filmed my process going to get the golden tattoo, but then it suddenly stopped. I did not show like the whole process and stuff. So I decided to open the camera and talk about what happened and why I did not end up showing the actual process, which is basically the most important thing. First and foremost, I need to clarify some things, and this happened because of me, so it's basically somehow my fault in the first place. Like, hear me out. When I first made the appointment, of course, I told them the name of the tattoo artist I want to get an appointment with, and she's actually the one that did almost all my tattoos. The problem is, I know her by her second name. The thing is, up until this appointment, whenever I would say her name and ask for an appointment with her, even though it's actually her second name, they would make the appointment with my tattoo artist. But I think this time, probably the person I spoke to changed, and I asked again. Let's call my tattoo artist Anne, okay? Anne. So basically, Anne is her second name. So I asked them to like book my appointment with Anne, and they wrote it down like that or whatever. Everything was fine. But then I realized that they were sharing like reels with another tattoo artist that had the same name. So she's also called Anne. And something clicked in my brain, and I was like, what if they actually appointed me to this Anne and not the other Anne, because they know the Anne I know by her first name. So let's say Jessica. So it's like everyone knows and like talks to my actual tattoo artist as, like, they refer to her as Jessica, but she's also named Anne, and I know her by Anne, and I always make appointments to that Anne. But now turns out they have another Anne, and they basically appointed me to this new Anne. And because I realized this kind of late, I wasn't going to like text them back, like DM them back and be like, hey, sorry, see, actually I was referring to another Anne, the one that you know as Jessica. Because after all, like, here is the tattoo. Can you see? Here is the tattoo. And I thought, well, it's not really such a complicated tattoo, so I could trust almost anybody to do it. I didn't mind it, so I was like, I even went on her Instagram page and like saw her tattoos and the art she did before. So I'm like, I actually trust tattoo artists, because that's why they are tattoo artists. So I trust them. So I'm like, even though like this is my first time at her, it's not technically a complicated tattoo, so I trust her. I don't mind that she's not the one I'm going to usually. So yeah, I went there, no problem, nothing happened. I arrived 10 minutes early. I usually like to arrive early, so I get the chance to like revise everything with the tattoo artist. Maybe they would give me better ideas. We could improve the design I made, because I just like edit things like here and there, and I piece together things, or I like sometimes like draw like basic stupid sketches, because I don't have like drawing talent, but I try my best to at least like make like different references and stuff, but I don't have like proper talent. So if I cannot like piece things together in like an app and stuff and be like, this is how I would like it to look like, of course I need the actual talent and skills of the tattoo artist to put on a paper the actual design I'm imagining. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? So anyways, so I arrived 10 minutes early. The guy that like basically welcomed me in, and I realized he's also the one I've spoken to in the DMs. Like I made the appointment with him. He's also another tattoo artist, so it's not like he's just the reception guy or something. He invited me in, but he told me the tattoo artist isn't yet ready with the previous booking. So I'm like, fine by me, I don't mind. It's like, I'm well aware this is not like a standard job. So you cannot be like sure when you will finish a design, you know, like a tattoo. It's not like, oh yeah, for sure this tattoo I will finish it in like half an hour or so. So of course, I'm aware it takes time. I don't mind it. I wait and wait and wait. I think in total with like before she actually started like tattooing on my skin, I think I've waited for like 45-ish minutes. With everything, I mean, she finished the previous booking, then we went over the design. She actually, I don't know if you can tell, but actually she made the letters closer than in the original like font, because my wrist is too small and it wouldn't have fit in like an almost straight line, if that makes sense. I sent her the design and like she edited the space between the letters on her tablet, so that took a bit as well. Then of course, like everyone else does, she printed out the design in different sizes to see which one would fit better in this place, obviously. We went over it, and here everything starts to go a bit downhill. When she comes over to place the printed thing out on my wrist, she basically puts it facing her, so it would be like upside down on my actual wrist, and I take it from her and put it like this, the way it's now, so it would face me. And she goes, wait a minute, don't tell me you want it like this, like upside down. And I was like, yeah, I want it to face me so I can see it. And she was like, oh, if I knew this before, I don't do tattoos upside down. So if I knew this before, I would have sent you home. Excuse me, what? Okay, what did you just say? She wasn't rude, so mind you, I'm not saying she was rude, but the wording? Excuse me? So like, just because I want a tattoo to face me, you would have sent me home? Again, mind you, this was my first appointment with her, so this is the first time I'm her client, and you tell me you would have sent me home just because I want the tattoo to face me, because I want to see this myself and not like go like this and the other people to see it. Then she explained to me why she doesn't really accept to make such tattoos, and I can understand. Like, of course I can understand. And let's say in this part, let's say I can accept my ignorance. Let's say I can accept I probably wasn't considerate enough because I haven't thought about this from this point of view before. But that's because, as you can see, I have 3 other different tattoos, 2 here and 1 here, that have also been done technically upside down. And my tattoo artist, the one I usually go to, has never expressed anything like negative about it. She has never complained that she cannot do them upside down because it's uncomfortable, or she doesn't know in which position to sit me so she can tattoo on me upside down. So let's say because I wasn't like exposed to this point of view, it would have never crossed my mind that wait, if I want the tattoo to face me, maybe this would be uncomfortable for the tattoo artist to do. So I should keep this in mind as well. But again, I apologize for not being considerate enough in this part and for like not thinking this way. But again, I don't think I'm the only person on earth who wanted this. And again, I have other 3 tattoos like this, and I've never heard my usual tattoo artist complain about it or even mention it. That's the thing. It has never crossed my mind to think this way because I wasn't told this before. So again, I apologize for my ignorance in this or for not being considerate enough to think like this. Then she even went into the other room and asked, actually the guy that like welcomed me inside, the one I made the appointment with via DM, she actually went and asked him, how should I place her? How should I ask her to sit so I can tattoo on her? Because I don't usually do like tattoos upside down. But again, I'm not diminishing the efforts of anybody, but this isn't really a complex tattoo. So yeah, I mean I would have understood if it's like a more complex design, and yeah, it would have like looked weird, or you cannot tell how, I don't know, how to draw the lines and stuff. But these are just like some letters and a small symbol. Again, I don't want to sound like I'm diminishing this and be like it's not a big deal, because again, everyone has their own style. Obviously, I appreciate that, I respect that, obviously. But again, she wasn't rude, but her wording was very like, I was taken aback by it. Eventually, obviously, I sat normally, I sat properly, I sat like this, and she tattooed over. It was all good. She said it was okay, so she didn't really complain. But because I felt a bit awkward and tense because of all the stuff that she said, of course, I did not want to pull out the camera and be like, would you mind if I film a bit of the process? I literally felt like she would like, I don't know. I would have made the situation even worse if I would have said that. So that's why I ended up not filming the process. So yeah, that was it. It was done pretty fast. She actually told me to keep this wrap on for 2 to 3 days, and this is like the second day. Like, I'm filming this a day after I got it done. So here it is. This was my experience. I've never felt like this before on a tattoo appointment. All of them went well. So yeah, I have 15 tattoos in total, and only yesterday I had this like kind of strange experience. And I think in total I got all these tattoos in total at 4 different tattoo artists. Yes. So 4 different people tattooed on me up until now. Now onto the actual design and how I came up with this. Initially, I only wanted the logo, but then I thought it's kind of basic. And you know, I also have this one right here. I know it's not technically the same, but it's also like, it represents Jungkook. So I thought just getting this would be like basic to simple or whatever. And I kept thinking, how should I make it like more special, or what should I add, or what do I do to make it a bit more special? But then I realized that actually like keeping it simple is meaningful enough. But then I envisioned the word golden, which is obviously the name of the album, and visually it's like golden divides perfectly. The word golden divides perfectly into two parts, like goal and done. And then I was like, hold on. It would look nice if I were to like write the word golden, but divide it into two and add the logo in the middle, because that's basically Jungkook. And JK is the core of the album Golden. Like, the album Golden is made by him. Like, he is the center of the album Golden. So it makes perfect sense to add the logo that represents him in the middle of the word Golden. So that's the story behind. Also, I wanted to have something that reminds me of the album itself incorporated in this tattoo, not just the logo that would like basically just be like, it could be seen as another tattoo dedicated to Jungkook. So that's why I decided to add even the word golden in it, because it's strictly the album Golden. That's what it refers to. I'm not going to go into too much personal detail. I have some like private personal things that made me take this decision. But the way I would like shortly summarize this is I owe Jungkook this tattoo. So that's why I decided to have it like this. That's why I think the tattoo design is perfect the way it is, and I don't care what people think or say, because there would probably be people that would be like, why did you basically tattoo the word golden on you, or stuff like this. So, but the way it is perfect for me. I have my reasons on why it is the way it is, and again, this tattoo, the way it is, means more than it meets the eye, if that makes sense. Plus, I don't know why, but I'm just thinking it will take me a lot of time until I get my copies of the album, so I still have to wait a lot for them to arrive to my country, but wouldn't it look so nice when I would open the albums and do a little unboxing, and I would basically like hold the albums, like I would hold the golden albums with the tattoo golden like in like full display. So I think that's also cute. I'm sorry, but so now that I'm done talking about my golden tattoo, I decided it's only fitting to also share my thoughts on the album. I mean, I even like did my makeup trying to like represent something goldenish. I even dressed up in like this shirt. I put on this shirt that basically has like golden chains and stuff, so to be all in the spirit of golden and stuff, which is funny because I actually prefer silver over gold. But anyways, I'm not going to do like a review of the album and I don't know, talk about each song in particular, because I'm not the right person to do that. Like I'm not a specialist. I'm not no, I'm not going to do that. I just want to like share my honest like opinion and stuff. I know it's been quite a while, like it's been a week. Today is like the 12th of November. So yeah, I finally have enough time to record this part. So first of all, of course, I cannot talk about the album without mentioning the title track, Standing Next to You. The song itself, I said I'm not going to do a review, but because this is like the title track, I have to like mention how brilliant it sounds. I love it so much. And the music video and like the choreography, it's to me, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but all the moves in the choreography inspired by Michael Jackson's dances, to me, this is just the most beautiful tribute Jungkook could have ever paid to the one and only king of pop. So, as a Michael Jackson fan, when I saw that, I was like even more so blown away by everything. I was so surprised that actually the director of the MV mentioned that the whole idea of the music video was inspired by Romeo and Juliet, the 1996 version, the one in which Leonardo DiCaprio played. Hello. I used to love that movie a lot as a kid because obviously, like any 90s kids, Leo was my ultimate crush, like ultimate celebrity crush. We're talking about the Leo that we know from the 90s, not what's happening right now. So we were kids back then. We had no idea. So just we're referring to that, not the current situation, you know what I mean? So just making that clear, okay? I basically felt like my two words were colliding. My tiny self being in love with a Leo and loving that movie and the fact that it's like Romeo and Juliet, the most romantic love story. That's what I thought when I was a kid, obviously. And now Jungkook basically plays the role of Romeo from that version of the story, like the movie, in his music video. What? That's like a full circle moment for me. Anyways, this music video is also very special to me because basically Jungkook was so close to my country because he filmed the music video in Hungary, and Hungary is one of our neighboring countries because I'm from Romania. So he was basically so close to my country. And also the director of the music video and the girl that plays in his music video, they're both from Ukraine. They're both Ukrainians. So Ukraine is also a neighboring country. This is basically so special to me as a fan from Romania. Romania being a small, unknown country. So that's a plus. I take it as a plus. I'm sorry. So yeah, I take it as a plus. Now, about the actual album in itself. The perfect way to describe the album Golden is Jungkook reinvented pop music with Golden. That's it. Like, through this phrase, I said it all. There's nothing much to be said here. He literally reinvented the meaning of pop music. I have literally never heard such a versatile and like inclusive album in my 30 years of life. Each song having a different genre, sounding totally different, but like anyone could vibe to any of the songs. Like anyone could listen to this album and they for sure will have at least one song that they would like, no matter what's their favorite genre. Like, this is so inclusive. I'm not saying this because technically Jungkook is my bias. I mean, 027 obviously, but like technically Jungkook is the, like, I don't know, the member I have like a deeper connection with. You know what I mean? It's not me saying this because Jungkook is my bias or whatever. It's like, objectively speaking, like literally objectively speaking, you cannot listen to this album and say you don't like it. I cannot comprehend this. At least one song you have to like from it. And yes, as I said, today is the 12th of November and I still cannot choose just one song I like. I cannot, like, physically, like, I don't know. physically, mentally, I don't know, from any point of view, I still cannot choose just one song that I like. Each and every song on this album makes you feel a different set of emotions, gives you a different vibe. So I cannot just choose one. Maybe probably depending on the mood, but I cannot just choose like one particular song that I actually like. So at first, when I first heard the preview, I was like, maybe I would be into the slower songs because I'm usually the person that goes for slower songs, like ballad type of songs. So at first I thought maybe I'd be more into Hate You and Shot Glass of Tears, but then no, there's also Standing Next to You. There's also Somebody. Like the intro. Hello, his voice there. I said I'm not gonna do a review, but like we have to mention, like we need to talk about like Somebody. Hello, his voice there. Oof, I got chills. Like what? Golden is a work of art, honestly. This album is the most Jungkook album Jungkook could have ever released. Point blank, period. And it's so funny because when I heard that all the songs on the album will be in English, I thought that, oh, then this means I would get to learn the songs faster and easier because I don't have to pay that much attention to the pronunciation of the words as I do when I have to sing in Korean. But like, honey, the songs he put on this album, only he can sing them. Like, even if I were to try and like I don't know, just hum them around the house or something like this, I'd feel bad. Like I do this, but I'm like, yo, you don't deserve to sing those songs. Like only he can sing them, only he can perform them. No, this is just like another level of like singing ability. Like nobody can sing them but him. I feel like if I try to cover them, I would denigrate the songs. Honestly, only Jungkook can sing them. That's it. In all honesty, only Jungkook could have done something like this. He is such an icon. Like, have you watched the mini concert in Times Square? Like an unannounced special event and the crowd that gathered there? Like, hello. Giant pop star behavior for sure. Actually, I don't even want to call Jungkook a pop star because all those so-called pop stars can't even compare to him. Like, no tea, no shade. But Jungkook is much more than that. Jungkook is literally a complete artist. Like, actually, all those pop stars should humbly sit down and take notes from Jungkook. No tea, no shade. But nobody compares to Jungkook. Sorry, not sorry.
So I'm gonna hate you. Show me. So show me. Show me. Show you.
전정국이 멋지던데.
You guys, it snowed. It snowed. Oh my god. Look, look, look. Snowed. Oh my god. I mean, it's not a big deal, but still, oh my god. It snowed. Like now you can properly hear like it's raining, but it's snow there. Look, look. Oh, I'm so happy. So there's been a misunderstanding or like a misplacement, and instead of them packing the entire set, they packed 2 copies of these. And there's another girl that ordered through this friend of mine that does group orders, and she's actually missing these 2. So she basically has the ones I'm missing like extra, and I have the ones she's missing as extra. But the problem is that person is from Spain, so it will take a lot more until I get the other 2 as well.